how we use the Sakai site. When you first log into Sakai, you use your URI email, password, and username. So it would be the same that you use for your URI email account. And it should bring you to a screen that's got tabs like this at the top. This Philosophy 103, 203 is our class. You will probably only have one Philosophy 103 up there. So when you click on it, this is what you'll see. What is in this part will change periodically. Sometimes I put a link that I find interesting or a funny picture or something that I think will help reveal our material to you a little bit better. So, just keep your eye on that. If you need to access the syllabus, you can click right on the syllabus tab and it should direct you to our syllabus, and you can print it from there. Announcements that I add to our site will post directly to our home page right over here. There's no announcements yet, but they would be right there if there were. And they will also be sent automatically to your URI email account. So it's important to keep an eye on that as well. Our schedule tool just helps you keep track of due dates. It's right here in a small format, but you can also click into it and change the day, the view to calendar by day, by week, by month. I actually prefer it by month. And so that's just to help you keep track of what is going on in terms of our scheduling. Next is the resources folder, which is very important because here's where you're going to find the majority of your readings. So aside from the one text that you have to purchase, the little philosophy book, everything else that you need will be in here. So when you click on it, there will be different PDF files. Sometimes there's a worksheet. Usually we'll be doing those in class, so don't worry about necessarily printing out what's there. Next is very important is our discussion and private messages. So this is where we're going to do all of our communicating with each other on our Thursday assignment. So our first one will be right here, and there's nothing in there yet, but when there is, my post will be right here. And then you'll click into my post, you will read it, then you'll click back out, so you'll come back to this screen, and to write your post, you click on New Topic, and you can write your topic there. I always recommend clicking Notify when a reply is posted. That way Sakai will send you a message if somebody responds to you. You can very easily go in and respond back to them. And also on our homepage, there are some videos that deal just with posting and with replying. So those are just quick little ways to brush up on that. So I won't spend too much time with that here. I do want to tell you though that your private messages box is where I will be sending your feedback to. It's basically like an email account that's in Sakai. So again, there's no messages in this yet because it's a new site, but they'll come up just like a regular email inbox. So every time I grade one of our discussion boards, I'll send you a feedback sheet and it will come up right in here. So you'll know because there'll be a number in parentheses here depending on how many messages you have. So when you see that, just click into it and have a look at whatever message was sent you. You can also send me a message this way or anybody else in the class. You can just choose from the list. I think that's also on discussion and private messages is, obviously if you have a question, here's a good place to post. That way, if more than one of you is wondering about the same thing, you all get the benefit of the answer. And then this is just, the cool links is just for anything that you think we might all be interested in. I especially like that if we can sort of find little philosophical tidbits out there in the real world. So if you see a movie or you find something online that reminds you of something we talked about in class, or it just makes you think, at a deeper level, please feel free to share it with us right here. That can often be really fun. We get a lot of good ideas from each other that way. Next up is the gradebook, very important. This is where I'm going to put all of your scores in. And so these will be available to you all the time. As soon as I grade something, it goes into here. So if you keep an eye on this, it really is a good way for you to regulate yourself and how you're doing in class. This URI library is just a link to the URI library site, just an easy way to access it. This is your Dropbox. We probably won't need this for our class, but if you do want to use it, what it is basically a place where you can give me an assignment, a Word document, for instance, very easily. So if you were to click into your own box, you would be able to add a file from your computer, and then once it's in your Dropbox, I can see it and you can see it. So it's just an easy way to share documents back and forth if I need you to turn in work that way. We may or may not be using it. It kind of depends on how our semester goes together. The rest here, you don't really need to worry about. So they're not all that important. Most important are resources, discussion, private messages, gradebook, and obviously the syllabus and the schedule. So that's pretty much how Sakai works. If there's anything that's not working for you or not making sense, please let me know as soon as possible, and we'll do our best to address it. Thank you very much.